Compel the mind autonomous.
It's late. The house is finally quiet. You're sitting at the kitchen table, the overhead light a little too bright, staring at a number on your electric bill that makes you squint. You haven't installed stadium lights in the backyard, you didn't buy a hot tub, and you certainly didn't start a secret cryptocurrency mine in the garage. You followed the standard advice. You turned off the lights, you unplugged unused chargers, you treated the thermostat like a sacred relic. And yet, the electric bill kept climbing. Meanwhile, your grocery costs are rising simultaneously. The pressure is arriving from all sides at once, making the simple act of existing more expensive every month. This presentation from the EIA, the government agency responsible for energy data, confirms a documented national increase in residential electricity revenue per kilowatt hour. Families are quietly absorbing this financial drain, often misattributing it to personal failure, rather than recognizing it as an external systemic shift. Common misconceptions about electric bills ignore a key fact. You pay for both the electricity consumed and the infrastructure required to deliver it reliably to your home. This chart shows household energy loads spiking in mornings and evenings. Massive AI data centers now add a permanent, heavy presence underneath this volatile demand. These always-on facilities hum 24 hours a day, processing complex models without taking Sundays off. These structures require an immense physical footprint. Acres of servers and industrial cooling units must be powered continuously to prevent the entire system from failing. Because the power grid must be sized for the highest total peak demand, adding these permanent energy consumers forces the system into highly expensive upgrades. This logo represents PJM, a regional grid operator handling 67 million people. PJM has explicitly highlighted that load growth from data centers is increasing resource needs and creating severe reliability pressure on the system. When the grid requires multi-billion-dollar reinforcements to handle this new load, the invoice moves past the tech company's property line. Current utility rate designs pool these immense infrastructure costs. They are sliced up and distributed across the network, landing on the monthly bills of residential families. Analysts at the Brookings Institution argue that communities currently lack the transparency and the tools needed to understand or challenge these data center-linked rate hikes. Your rising electric bill acts as a hidden, forced subsidy, financing the physical growth plans of artificial intelligence companies. This financial squeeze leads to 1,000 tiny humiliations. You put back the nicer fruit, you keep the house uncomfortably cold, and you avoid calling the dentist because you're trying to keep a single emergency fund alive. Living under this constant pressure causes severe psychological exhaustion. Tired citizens stop participating, they stop reading policy notices, and stop attending energy meetings. This civic exhaustion benefits the corporations who rely on public silence while they reshape the electrical grid to their advantage. The superadult realization is the moment you accept that the story of competent authorities managing the system is a myth. No cavalry is coming to fix this for us. Fully accepting this lack of a safety net is the first step toward reclaiming your own personal agency. Stop swimming alone. Perform an immediate audit of your own baseline electric bills over the last 12 months. You must understand your true financial exposure before you can act on it. Apply AI tools to build leverage through budgeting and negotiating. AI literacy transforms into leverage when it touches your actual life, saving you time and money. Form collective communities to build civic clarity. This shared intelligence is necessary to show up at the local level and demand transparency in how energy infrastructure is funded. Surviving the AI energy boom requires moving from isolated, exhausted consumers into an organized, tech-literate community that demands a seat at the table.
Compel the mind autonomous.